everyone, welcome to my channel, Happiness Handmade. My name is Lisa and I am a lover of all things crochet. If you are new to my channel, hello and welcome. If you are already subscribed, welcome back. I just got my biggest custom order ever. I am so excited about this custom order. I met this customer on one of my lives and he wanted to inquire more about dragon patterns, or what I can do with dragons for his son's 1-year-old birthday coming up this fall. They're gonna have a whole dragon themed birthday party for him, and it's his first one, so it's a big milestone birthday, and they want their son to be able to ride into the party on a massive dragon. So come along with me as I start whipping up this amazing dragon for this 1-year-old's birthday party. So I don't know about you guys, but when I think big, I think sweet snuggles. And I'm not talking sweet snuggles light, I'm talking sweet snuggles, like the biggest yarn that you can get. And so my package came in today. Check it out, you guys. Look at all this yarn I'm gonna use. I'm so excited. So you might be able to tell by the colors of the dragon what type of dragon I am going to make. We have a lot of black and a tiny little bit of red, and I cannot wait to get started. I think I have like 9 or 10 skeins of this black Sweet Snuggles yarn. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I've also been kind of taking a look to see what size hook that I'm going to use. So the largest hook size I've ever used is an 8mm hook. But you guys, I'm thinking of using either a 9 or a 10mm hook. I've never used hooks this large before for any project, so I'm really excited. I think what I'm going to start with is just do a little bit of a little gauge test to see which one I like better. We need to go big with this guy. So maybe the 10 will work, but I don't want it to be too holy or spread out. I still want the stitches to be nice and tight. So I'm gonna do a little tension test and a little gauge test to see which one's gonna work best. Okay, so there's not a huge difference in the two gauges that I made. So you know what? I think we just gotta go big or go home. So we're gonna go with the 10mm. Oh my gosh, I've never used a hook size this big. I cannot wait to get started. Let's go. Okay, with just making those two gauges, there is black fuzzies everywhere. So I'm definitely going to have to vacuum after I get this done. Okay, but I got the hook that I want to use, I got my yarn, so let's get started. If you are working on any projects while you're watching this, let us know in the comments what you're working on. And if you're not working on anything, what are you waiting for? Go get your whips, get your hooks, get your fiber fill, get your yarn, and let's get into it. Okay, so I recorded myself crocheting the head of the dragon, and I don't know what happened with it. So we're just gonna fast forward through that. You'll see the head and my progress here in just a minute. But when I got done crocheting the head, I decided to take my son to a local creek and a local walking path. It just got done raining, so the creek was really full, and my son just loves just throwing rocks into the creek and just walking around and being in a little bit of nature. I say nature, but this creek is literally in the middle of the city. So not a whole lot of nature, but just enough. And for my millennial friends, if anyone still knows how to make this S sign, please write so in the comments. When my son and I got back, I just immediately started crocheting and I didn't even think about filming. So here is where we are now. So we have the head, it's looking really good. I'm really liking the shape of it. It goes into the neck, and now we're already starting to move out to the bigger part of the body. So it's gonna be big, but I just finished up my first skein. So here we go, grabbing another one. But wait, pause. We have to take a slight commercial break because when I got home, this box was on the porch. My good friend Kayla from Palmetto Roots and Knots. I met her through Palm Street, and she's been a pattern tester for me a couple of times, and we always try to go to each other's lives. She enjoys watching my YouTube videos, and she is just a wonderful human being. She actually does crochet and sells plants on Palm Street. So Palmetto Palmetto Roots and Knots, you definitely need to go check Kayla out. Hey Kayla, I got your box. So I ordered some leftover skeins from Kayla. She kind of put the word out on our little like Palm Street squad group and was like, hey, I have some yarn that I'm not going to use anymore. Does anybody want some? And I was like, oh my gosh, okay, what do you have? Because I need to see what you have. She had a couple of Burnett, which one, whoa, I just moved my camera. She had a couple of Burnett, which another girl grabbed, Mary, Simply Mary Designs. Hey, Mary. She grabbed the Burnett, but there was some Big Twist. And you know me, my Big Twist Posh and my Plush. Look at all my Big Twist Posh back there. All of those colorful ones, that's all Posh. And so she had some Big Twist Plush. And she also had some Premier Parfait Chunky that she didn't need anymore. And there were several of like half skeins, or some of them even like 3/4 skeins, and some of them full skeins that she hasn't even touched. And you guys, I have a confession to make. I have never used Premier Parfait Chunky. Never. Like, never, never. Please no judgment, guys. Like I said, I'm a big twist girly. I am a Sweet Snuggles light and a Sweet Snuggles curly. And I'm a huge Burnett blanket girly for all of my lovies and everything. Everything you see back there is pretty much Burnett blanket. But I know so many of us use Premier, and particularly Premier Parfait Chunky. And so I've always wanted to try it. Kayla was giving some away for like a crazy good deal. So I had to snag them so I can make some stuff and work with Premier Parfait Chunky and see what it's like, because a lot of you really love it. Okay, let's open it up and see. I want to show you guys. So I got a lot of yarn from her. I was so excited. Oh, she's so sweet. She packed it so well. Oh my gosh, I forgot there's actually like a lot of full skeins in here. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's go. Let's see what we have. Okay, so obviously here's some of our Big Twist Plush. Oh my gosh, I forgot these are like brand new skeins. Holy smokes. I'm so excited for these. Thank you again, Kayla. I am so, so grateful to you. Okay, so these are some of our Big Twist Plush. She also, she has like this wonderful wine spinner and like wound up some more. I'm so excited about this mint color because I love making my the alligators in like a lighter mint color. And with the Big Twist Plush, it's like a really, it makes it really, really big. And my Allens do so well everywhere I go. That pattern is by Oddball Crochet. It's her Allen the Alligator pattern. You definitely need to snag it up. Like, I cannot keep them on my shelves at the Painted Tree. Like, it sells out every time. So here is some more Big Twist Plush in these cute little cakes. I also forgot, she has some baby bee, so I asked her for some of this baby bee. Again, full skeins. Kayla, girl. This one's like a velvety smooth. It's the sparkle. Look how pretty that is. I cannot wait to make something with it. And then this is the Adorable Angel, again, by Yarn Bee. This is their, this one's Baby Bee, and this one's their Velvety Smooth Sparkle. So these are 2 more skeins. Oh, I just love the sparkle. I cannot wait to use these. Oh, I actually think this one is Yarn Bee as well. Look at this gorgeous red color. I have so many ideas for this small little cake of yarn for like Christmas. This is just screaming Christmas to me. I cannot wait. I think this is another Yarn Bee velvet. I don't think it's a Premier, but I'm so excited. Nice cakes, Kayla. Like, these are nice and tight. Like, she makes really nice tight cakes. I'm so excited. And last but not least, here is all of the Premiere that I got. I'm so excited. I can already tell that I like love it. It's so soft. I'm so excited. Look at all these amazing colors. I cannot wait to use these. And these cakes are so nice. Like I can't wait to put them on my yarn wall. They're gonna look so nice in there. Thank you again, Kayla. I appreciate you so much. I cannot wait to make some stuff with this. I'm definitely gonna have to like make something during one of my Palm Street lives with this yarn, because this is like community yarn. Like I love like making stuff on my lives and then letting like the audience, if you will, or the people that are part of the live, like pick the colors or pick the animal or whatever that we're making, and like pick the yarn and everything. So it's really fun. You can see that little axolotl back there that has like the really bright neon. We made that. That's Patty, the Palm Street axolotl. And then you probably might be able to see that little cotton candy bee, that pink and blue one. That's Penelope, the Palm Street bee. And so I need to make some more of our Palm Street gang, and we'll have them back there hanging out with us. Amazing. I'm so excited. Thank you again so much, Kayla. I appreciate you, girl. I cannot wait to make some amazing plushies with these. Okay, let's get back to it. So I am still on the like the body of the dragon. Sorry, I already forgot what I was making. We're on the part of the body of the dragon where it's starting to go out a little bit. So, well, not a little bit. It's gonna go out a lot. He's kind of like a chunky guy. So I'm so excited. So again, we have the head and the neck. I just added on my second skein, and so we're ready to crank it out. So I don't know if I said this already, but I made some slight modifications to the head on the pattern that I'm using, just to make sure that it's more of the shape that I'm going for the dragon that I'm trying to make. And it's been pretty easy to modify. It's a great pattern. It's really, really well laid out. But I just kind of altered the head shape slightly, so it's more of like what I'm looking for it to be. And then now we are on to the widest part of the body, and I actually went a couple of stitches wider than what the pattern called for. That's just because I want to make sure that it's really, really big. The customer wants their 1-year-old to sit on it and ride into his party. So it needs to be nice and wide so that 1-year-old can sit on it. So those are really the only modifications that I've made so far. I really love the pattern, and I think it's looking really good so far. So this is as wide as we're gonna go. So I'm gonna do quite a few rows of the same. So I'm gonna go knock that out, and then I'll see you guys back here soon. Okay, so I am now finished with the largest part of the body, and we're gonna start tapering down at this point. I already kind of started tapering down a little bit. You can kind of see there's like a slight indent, and that's where the wings are gonna go, but I definitely need to fill this more with polyfill to really like get the shape and like figure out how it's looking. But I'm really excited about it so far. It's so big. I think it's gonna look really good, but let's go ahead and fill this with polyfill and then see what it looks like when it's all filled up. Something that I do recommend with any size plushie when you're using polyfill is when you get it out of the bag, you see that big bag. I have like a 10-pound box of polyfill, and it's pretty new, so it's pretty well filled up. I cannot wait to weigh this thing when it's done to see like how much it weighs, especially because I've hardly used any polyfill from this 10-pound box, so it'll be a really good idea of, you know, how much polyfill we used and everything like that. So, but what I like to do with my polyfill when I pull it out of the bag is kind of like fluff it up a little bit, like kind of stretch it out, like so it's a little bit more like fluffier and there's not like clumps or anything. And then I start to stuff it, because I've noticed that if I just take it right from the bag and then stuff it in, sometimes it's harder to get like that smooth look on the outside of the plushie, again, like regardless of size. So what I like to do is just take the polyfill out, kind of like just like pull it apart a little bit with your arms, pull it apart with your fingers, make it a little bit more nice and fluffy, just to make sure there's no clumps in there or anything, and then start to stuff. And I found that that helps out a lot. Can we just take another commercial break? Because I have to show you guys this custom order that I just finished. How stinking cute. How fun. Okay, so she ordered a black and white maple chicken, and then she also wanted, she was like, can you do a chicken hat? I go, I can, yes, absolutely. How fun. And look how cute it is. It's so warm. I used burlap blanket for both of these. This is the burlap blanket speckled. I don't know the specific name of the color, but it's burlap blanket speckled. And then this is burlap blanket in the color birch. I love the color birch because it's like an off-white, it's almost like an ivory. It's so sweet. And then it's just acrylic yarn in a braid for the feet. I'll put the, I don't remember the pattern designer, but I'll put it right here. I'll put the information in the description below as well. But I had to take a commercial break to just show you guys this. How stinking cute is he? This is being shipped off later this week, so I wanted to make sure that I showed you guys before it went off to its final home. I love it so much. You guys, I am loving how this is turning out so far. Okay, so this is the widest part of his body, and then we're gonna start tapering down here to make their really, really long tail. But I love it. I'm loving the shape of the head. It's reminding me a little bit of like Loch Ness Monster, right? With like the fins and like the long body, or like a dinosaur or something. But all of the details that we're going to be adding to it is really going to make this dragon pop and really look like it's a dragon. I'm going to be embroidering the eyes. Again, this is for a 1-year-old's birthday party, so meant to make sure that it is completely safe. So we're going to embroider some green eyes. I'm not going to do that yet. I'd like to get more of the body done before I start working on the details, but I am so excited, you guys. Okay, I am going to take the rest of the evening. We're gonna go on a family walk. It's like gorgeous here in Kansas City. Actually, it was like pouring earlier today. I probably said that in the video when I took my son to go on a walk. Well, it's beautiful now. Like the rain is gone, the sun is out, it's nice and sunny. So I think we're gonna go on a little family walk. We'll have some dinner, and then I will see you guys tomorrow, and we'll keep cranking this dragon out. Okay, you guys, it is the next day and the body is finished. Look how long it is. So I'm 5'2" and this is taller than me. So it's massive. I'm so happy with how it's turning out. It looks kind of like a weird looking tadpole right now, but trust the process, trust the process. I'm going to start working on some of the feet and the legs and the spikes and all of that fun stuff now. Of course, I got to crank out some more skeins. I think we're up to like 6 skeins now. Okay, it looks like there's just 3 right there. So maybe just like 4 right now, but we are going to use a lot. So while doing my research and looking at a ton of trailers and stills of this dragon, I was trying to figure out his feet and like his paws, his hooves. What do dragons have? Anyway, I definitely wanted to make them bigger than what the pattern described them to be, or what the pattern entailed. So it's actually I made it quite bigger than the pattern, but I think it's gonna match better with the actual dragon that I'm making. So here's the pad of his foot. I made some bobble stitches as well to kind of give him those nails. I thought that with how big it is, if I didn't include this type of detail, it wouldn't look like, it would still look fine, but I wanted to add that detail if I could. And this is all black, so it's hard. It's probably hard for you to see the bobbles, but hopefully you can see them there. I'm gonna keep knocking out these front legs and we'll see how they match with the main part of the body. Okay, so we're back. It is, gosh, over a week later. I had to pause on making my dragon. I needed to work on some custom orders. I was out of town for a couple days, and I really wanted to get my next tutorial out and my next pattern out. So took some time to work on that, but now we are back with the dragon. I did work on him a little bit. Let me show you where we are at so far.
Check it out, you guys. The legs are done. So the dragon that I'm trying to emulate has really thick legs, so I wanted to make sure I created that too. I used bobble stitches for his nails. I thought that would be the cleanest way to give him a little bit more detail. He's really starting to come together. I definitely had to sway from the pattern a lot for these legs. Like, I pretty much freehanded the legs at this point. A lot of this moving forward is going to be freehanded. Again, the pattern is great, but for how large I wanted to make it and for the type of dragon that I was trying to make, we really just had to forego any patterns and just start freehanding it. And again, trusting the process, but I love, love, love the legs. Let's keep working. So today was all about the details. So you can see here are all the different pieces for his head. He's got little spikes and ears and like little horns. He's got a ton of stuff going on with his head. So I don't know at this point if I'm going to be able to use all of these pieces. His head might not work with it all, but let's see. We're going to start sewing things on. And then that little piece over to the left, that is going to be for his tail. So just kind of wanted to knock out all of these pieces and then we will get them sewn on. So I have a love and a hate with Sweet Snuggles when it comes to sewing things. So sometimes I can get into a groove, but there are other times where the yarn will just snag and then it'll start shedding and it is such a pain to work with. Fortunately, while I was working on the different details, it wasn't too bad. I was able to kind of scoot along and get these done, but I definitely had some snags. And when I tell you there was black fuzz absolutely all over the floor, I am not kidding. I totally should have taken a video of the floor because there was just black fuzz everywhere. But I started with the ears, the biggest pieces, and then worked around the ears. And I was able to put the rest of the pieces on. Really, really happy with how the face and the details are looking. It's looking really good. I'm excited. So this dragon has spikes starting from the top of his head all the way down to the tip of his tail. So I decided to surface crochet the spikes. I'm really glad I did that because if I were to make several, separate spikes like as pieces, I would have to do way more sewing. And I thought doing a surface crochet would just be cleaner and a little bit easier to do. So that was definitely the right choice because I was getting really annoyed with all of the yarn, shedding and snagging with my needle. So getting a crochet hook back in my hand felt really good. Also, there's my sweet Curly. You'll always see him hanging around in my videos. My sweet Curl. He is 14 now. He just turned 14 this month. And he's always by my side in my crochet room. He is such a sweet boy. I'm really happy with the Sweet Snuggles choice and the number 10 millimeter crochet hook. I was a little worried about it being too holy or, being too, just the stitches being too far apart, but the 10 millimeter I think was the best choice for how big I was wanting to make this dragon, but also to keep some of the details. So my hands were definitely hurting, my wrists were hurting at the end, especially of this surface crochet. I'm typically a tight tension girly, so I always have to watch my tension. I sometimes start to, really grip the crochet hook and I start to, get things a little too tight with my stitches. So I definitely had to watch that. And then here we are sewing the 1/2 of the tail wing on. It's looking really good. I can't wait to add the little red piece, but I am going to save that for the very end, get all the black done first, and then do that special red piece. But here's how he is looking so far. Love the spikes. Really glad I did the surface crochet on the top. There are some holes just on his body, so I am going to go back through and just kind of sew over those holes just so things look a little bit tighter, a little bit cleaner. Again, I was worried about my tension, so I guess I didn't need to worry too much about my tension, but I'm really happy with how it's looking.
We have used 6 skeins so far of Sweet Snuggles. That is so much yarn, you guys. How nuts. Like, I've never made anything this big before, but it's a lot of fun. Okay, so now I want to work on the eyes. So our dragon has these big green eyes with a big black pupil in the middle. So what I did off camera already was I took up my 5mm and I have this big twist posh yarn left in this green. It's like a minty green. I thought it would be perfect for the eyes. And I just made some rounds. I started with this 6 magic ring, 6 single crochets in a magic ring. And then I went out and increased up to 24. And then I just took some black worsted yarn and I did the same thing with my same 5mm hook, but with the worsted yarn being a lighter weight yarn, it came out much smaller. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to sew the black pupil into the green eye, and then I'm gonna sew the eyes on. I think they are going to look so good, you guys. I'm really excited. So even though the shape that I made was a circle, what's nice about this yarn is that I'm going to be able to kind of stretch it to how I want. So depending on how much green I want to show, or if I want more of an oblong color or an oblong shape versus a real circular shape, I think it's going to work out really well. I'm thinking I might add like a little accent of white. You know how you can do like a little like white accent to kind of make it look like it's more rounded and glassy, like there's light reflecting off of it. I might do something like that, we'll see. But let's go sew these on. I think he's really gonna come together after I put these on.
And here he is with his eyes. I'm really happy with the green. I think it really pops against that black yarn. And with all of that black, it's nice to have some really bright green eyes. I kept the white reflected detail. I'm really glad I did. I think it's looking good.
Okay, the kiddos are calling me now, so I'm gonna take a break and I'll probably work on the wings tonight. I'll either come back down here tonight or tomorrow morning and we'll finish it up. Okay, so it's later in the day. The family has just had dinner, so now I'm gonna sit down and work on the wings. I've been trying to watch some YouTube tutorials and like figure out the type of wings that I want to make. I'm trying to balance the dragon wings versus like an easy pattern to use because these are gonna be really, really big and I've never made wings this big before. So it might be a little bit of trial and error, but I'm excited to learn and I will definitely show you guys tomorrow. You guys, it's the next day. I have to show you these wings. Are you kidding me? I love them so much. Look how big they are, you guys. They are so soft. They're gonna be perfect. So I just went back and forth, kind of like making a blanket. And I just, went back and forth. I made some of these points here. And then I just kind of started cinching the top together by just doing a lot of decrease stitches. So it's gonna make more of that like bowed out wing looking shape. I'm so happy with them. Oh my gosh. I cannot wait to put them on. Let's go put them on right now. Okay, the wings are on. I am absolutely in love, but I'm not going to show you yet because I want to show you when this is all done. So I have already crocheted this cute little red wing part of the tail, the little like tip of the tail. This is the last piece, you guys. This is the last piece that we're going to add on, and then I'm going to show you the entire dragon. I'm so excited. I think it looks so good. I can't wait for you to see it. And here he is. He is completely done. Look how massive he is.
I'm really, really happy with how it turned out. He's so big. I sent some pictures and video to my customer, and he's really, really happy with it. He's so excited to show it to his son, and that's what is the most important thing. My goal with Happiness Handmade is to spread God's light, love, and happiness through my crochets and through my makes and through my interactions with everyone. And I think I was able to do that with this project. It really stretched me in so many ways, different techniques, working with different yarn, different size hook. I'm just overall really, really happy with the process and happy with how it turned out. And my customer's happy, and that's the most important thing.
I am so happy with how he turned out, you guys. Oh my gosh, he's so big. He's like taller than me. I need to measure him, and I'll put the measurements in the description below because I really want to see how big he is. Oh my gosh, I love him so much. I hope you love him too. Let me know in the comments what you think, if you would want to do something like this, or if you have other ideas or you would approach it differently. I'd love to hear. Okay, you guys, that is gonna wrap it up for this video. Thanks so much for watching. I had so much fun making this guy. I'm so excited for it to be sent off to its forever home. I really, really hope my customer and his 1-year-old son loves it, and it's the perfect birthday gift. If you enjoy this type of content, please consider subscribing to my channel. I love showing you days in the life of my crochet business, fun custom orders like this, tips, tricks, tutorials, all the things crochet. Until next time, you guys, we'll see you later.